after we got tied up, I measured the height. If I had been able to get the radar dome off, we would have been able to make Oswego. But I can't get the radar dome off because the stainless steel screws have seized into the aluminum mast. And there's like 10 or 12 on each side. So there's no way that's coming off, which means we're not taking Oswego. So we are definitely taking the Erie Canal to Lake Erie and then up the Welland Canal. Kind of annoying because that adds 50-55 miles, so a solid day and a bit more. But we're going to try to push as hard as we can. We're only going to have one lock we're going to go through today. The second lock closes at 6 p.m. and we'll be getting there around 6 p.m. But even if we get there and the lock is closed, it's still about 50 nautical miles. And our target of 40 miles each day will beat that. So that's it means I also get to catch up a little bit on some of the mileage lost when I had the starter battery issue and then got caught at the lock that closed at 5. So we're gonna shove off here shortly. Forgot to fuel up and we're already underway, so I'm gonna do some now and figure turn on the camera and see if you can actually see how we feel underway. It's pretty simple. Open the cap for the jerry can in. Anyways, I'll do that now. All the straps in place and holding the mast down, it's a bit awkward, to put it mildly. And now we just wait. We've been burning, I think, about 0.7 per hour, but when we wait at locks, obviously we're idling. So if we spend a lot of time idling, it goes down below. I think one of the fills was down to just like 0.5 gallons per hour. We've been averaging around 2100 RPM, 2150 thereabouts. So far, so good. Touch wood. It's been about 16 hours since I last topped up. So if we assumed 0.6, the second jerry can would have filled her up. I don't want to fill it up because it's leaking from the sender. So I'll just put this one in, and then later tonight I'll put another one in. When we stop at a marina, I'll actually fill it all the way up, and then I can reset how many gallons we burned. But I do that right before we leave. So if there is any of it, well, when you fill it up, of course it's going to hit the top. We're burning it back down as quickly as possible to minimize leaks. And I have bilge pads that catch anything that fall out. That's really that. Not exactly fancy, is it? All right, back to cruising. This is lock 24 we're coming up on, right?
Yeah, lock E24.
Okay, casting off. Well, that took a bit longer than we liked and might have nixed our chances of getting to the next lock before they close at 5 o'clock. Anyways, it's just back to cruising, so turn off the camera and I'll turn you back on if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, so if we can make it to Lyons and get one of the docks with electric, that would be.
Wasn't expecting to see a family of cows. And calves, they've got some babies. If you're a cow, that's a great place to be. That's a proper cow field. The babies. Land dolphins. Actually, probably more like land manatees.
Yeah.
Hello. was unexpectedly cute. What is that powerboat doing? Casting off.
Terrific.
Thank you. We're doing about 5-ish, a little better, so we should be there before they close. Thank you, sir. You as well. Casting off. We're about 12 feet with the radar. Oh yeah, no problem at all.
There will be issues that will be a bit lower than this.
Yeah. Oh, ah! I was trying to do a neat shot and the camera swivel had other ideas. A master cinematographer I am not. Absolutely beautiful evening. Got 51.1 miles down, 7.3 more to go. If we have no issues, touch wood, if we have no more issues, today we'll make up for the distance lost to the starter battery. Big if we can keep up this pace, we could be out of the canal in 2 more days. Maybe? 3 days should be realistic. And then it's going to be a question of how long do they make us wait at the Welland Canal. Really nice to be home by Monday. I'm not holding my breath. Oh, and for reference, it's currently Sunday. So, not like 1 day, 8 days. Looking forward to seeing the kid and seeing the kitties and not waking up and going constantly. As wonderful as this experience is, it's a lot. I'm looking forward to a little rest time. And then getting on with phase 2. I'll put the camera back on and let you just enjoy the scenery for a bit. It's absolutely gorgeous right now. I might be going too fast. Just watch the bow as you pull us in. Alright, can you hold us?
Yeah, I can hold this.
Got it.
Yeah, that's about as far.
That's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
That was a spicy landing. That was a very good and long day. I think it was lock 25. I heard a very slight stutter in the engine and I kind of started to get worried, but it seemed to have not been a problem. Didn't come back, and yeah, let me see, what did we do today? We did 53.9 nautical miles yesterday, and we did 58.4 nautical miles today. So that's 112.3, if I've done my math right, in 2 days. The previous day was 19.5, and I've been trying to hit 40 a day. So we were down by 20, and now we're up by 30. So back on track. Knock wood. We keep going like this. If we pull 2 more days like today, and I don't know if I've got it in me, and I don't know if Colin's got it in him, but if we pull 2 more days like today, we could be finished with the Erie the end of tomorrow. No, the end of the day after, 2 days from now. So very, very, very small chance we could get through the Welland and be in St. Catharines by the end of the week. I don't think that's going to happen because we're probably going to get stuck at Welland, and I don't know if we can keep up this pace, but so far so good. I'm very cautiously happy. Anyways, good night. Good morning. Straight into a lock. This is lock 27. Got it about 20 after 8. The lock opened at 8. So I guess you could say we lost 20 minutes. We'll see how far we get today. We haven't really planned out today's route. We'll just get underway, and once we've got a few minutes to think while we're underway, I'll get Colin to see what our options are ahead. Casting off. Colin, I need some help. I don't know why, I can't get off the wall. The current is still holding me against it. All right, there we go. Thank you. Yep. If you're not breaking something, you're not trying hard enough. That was ominous. As long as it's not us, exactly. There she goes. Watch, we're getting pushed in. Alright, well, you can see, give it a try. Yeah, this one's okay. It was just the last lock for some reason was squeezing me against the wall. Okay. So on the right, I have my Pixel. On the left, I have the iPhone. Can anyone explain to me why Navionics on the iPhone is such complete and utter garbage? With the speed jumping all over the place, it can't track to save its life. What am I doing wrong here? I bought this iPhone specifically for Navionics. My Pixel 6 is beating its pants off. There's another one right in front of me, isn't there? current is intense again. I don't know what it is. These last 3 locks have been really hard about pushing up against the wall.
Yeah, well, I'm able to push off easier here than I was last one.
Yeah. Casting off. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So the battery was completely dead, so I wasn't able to record going through lock 29. Lock 29 was in pretty sad shape, the lock walls, and apparently, according to Colin's guide from 5 years ago, lock 30 is the worst on the canal. So this should be fun.
Getting a little too close. I can ask them to move up some.
Thank you, but let's see if we can fit first. But if we can't, I'll take you up on that. Thank you. I think we should be okay. It's gonna be close. Honestly, I think the last lock looks worse than this one. Okay, there's big metal pieces sticking out of the wall here. That'll do a number on the hull. Sorry, not to cut you off, I just don't want to...
Right, fair enough.
Do you see them? Look back towards me. Almost at the tow rail level.
Yeah.
I've got one right beside me too.
I see one.
And the current is really pushing me hard into them. Well, that was one of the more physical ones to get up.
That works.
Yeah, keep me off the wall there, because those metal things are still there. Thank you, sir. There's a whole bunch of them up ahead, too. I'm trying to get off the wall, but the current is pushing me into it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Keep pushing, keep pushing. Fuck, that's... I don't know. It's the same thing as that other lock earlier today. Something's pushing me up against the wall. Today's been a difficult day for locks.
yeah.
Little mini narrow boats. Oh, sorry, little mini narrow boats. You want that UK experience? Those are very much in the cruising the cut style. For a moment, I was on the wrong canal. That might have left the mark now, wouldn't it? 13:30, about 21 miles. A broad distance, it's not great progress today. We set off at about 8:20, but we've done 4 flights, 4 locks, so I probably shouldn't be complaining. Really pretty day. We've been really fortunate with the weather. Touch wood, it holds on, holds out, whatever. This must be it. I see the control tower on the left side. I'm not quite sure how it works though. Is it lifting up? Yes, that's what it's doing. It's lifting up. Are we clear to proceed? I'm not quite sure if those yellow lights are the wait lights.
Not yet, Captain. Just 1 second.
No rush.
Alright, you're all clear, pass.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime, Captain. I'll let the next operator know you're on the way.
Much obliged.
Captain, by the way, what's your destination for the evening?
We'll go as far as we can before the sun sets. So probably 5 knots we're doing about 5 knots, and we'll go until probably 7:38 p.m. So I'm not quite sure how far that'll get us yet.
10-4 sounds good, Captain. Thank you.
Thank you as well, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
Even after this much of the trip, hearing people refer to me as captain, I know it's accurate because I'm the captain of this vessel, not a captain.
Yeah, that's
But still.
like
Pardon?
being a little bit away, yeah.
It's very... I'm amused at how happy it makes me when someone refers to me as captain. It feels like I haven't earned it, but I'll take it if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can sort of feel that.
No, and I think they're a bit wider than real narrowboats. But still, it's cute. After watching so much Cruising the Cut and those other narrowboat shows, it's kind of fun to see, even if they are just questionably faithful reproductions, they've got the right livery.
Yeah.
Coming up on 6 p.m., 9 hours and 20 minutes since we left, 39 nautical miles. About an hour or so ago, I heard a slight surge in the engine, and then it went back to normal, and I got really paranoid. I think the exhaust is a bit louder. I'm seeing a little bit of smoke out of the engine. It may have been like that all along, and I just noticed it because I was being paranoid at checking everything. I'll check the sea strainer tonight and see if it got plugged or something. Today's been a really hard day. There's a pile of locks. They were physically very demanding locks. It's just been a stressful day. But we're west of Rochester now, and we'll hit our 40 miles. Not more than that, or not much more than that. We're going for Spencerport Free Dock, I think it's called, which will put us, like, I think about 44 nautical miles for the day, which, considering we did, I think, 6 locks, I guess that's a pretty good day. I was really aiming for 50, but so you go. Anyways, onward we go. Mutual filming. Good morning. So, where do I even start? So I haven't seen a place to get diesel since the west side of Lake Oneida. There's one place after Lock 33, after the Genesee River, that was apparently supposed to sell diesel. When we got to them, they said, you know, your draft is 5, you might get stuck, but if you can get in, we can get you jerry cans. We don't have a diesel filler at the dock. So we decided to pass that because, as I think I mentioned late last night, at one point I wasn't sure if the engine was cooling properly, and I didn't really want to stop because we knew where we wanted to go. So, except for that, we haven't seen any diesel, and even that was questionably available. So, this morning, there are no more locks. Or rather, I should say, there's 2 locks at the end of the canal at the far west end in Lockport, but I really doubt we're going to reach them today. So, one of my number 1 tasks is to see if we can find any diesel. If we can't, then I need to pull the filler neck off and see if I can see how much diesel is still in the tank, and then decide whether I think we can make it or not. I don't like running the tank down because I'm worried about debris in there getting sloshed around and clogging the intake tube. So, yeah. I'm debating right now whether I'm going to take the sea strainer off to see if anything's clogged up inside there. I'm kind of worried about breaking the seal on the gasket. I have some things to figure out this morning, so that's what I'm figuring out currently. As I get things done, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I'm doing. I can't find diesel anywhere between here and the end of the Erie Canal, which is like another 40 nautical miles, 50 nautical miles. So I'm gonna have to take the filler neck off and see if I can see what's inside the tank. This was not one of the problems I was expecting to run into. I have no idea what you can see, what you can't see. I will do my best to set it so you can see something. I can't see shite in there. Let's see if I can do a straw trick. I have no idea what angle down that's going at. See how much is in the tank. I can't get a good seal on the thing. I have no idea how much I'm in. This is not working. I can't get enough light in to see with the camera, and I don't have my laparoscopic camera with me. I'll put this in to there. Pull it out. There's diesel on it. Okay. So that went in that far. So that means most of this is full. So if I try to do... Okay, so if this is an accurate stick, then this is mostly full. Which means I should be able to make it easily for the rest of the day. Okay. I am slightly less worried now. I can't believe I used a piece of teak as a dipstick. I'm not very coordinated at the best of time. Certainly not at before 7 a.m. I'll check the oil and I'll check the transmission fluid, and I'll see if anything surprises me and decide then whether I'm going to check the sea strainer. 150 miles left, I think, on the entire trip. I averaged 5 knots. Say if I average 4 knots, that's 40, 80, 120, 160, 40 hours, 40 hours. If I'm burning half a gallon, fuck, I don't know if I'm doing my math right at this hour. If I fill up the 2 jerry cans plus what I have in the tank, and I actually fill up the tank when I finally do find diesel, that should give me enough to get home. That's done. Let's go do the oil. Ow! I cannot tell you how many times I've wailed my head on that thing. Oh, of course I just did that. I'll get that when I check the transmission fluid. Okay, oil looks good. So I don't seem to be burning any oil. Yay. Okay, plenty of oil on the dipstick. Alright, let's go take a gander at that sea strainer and see if I should pull it off. Really nervous about cracking that seal. Okay, the gasket still feels compliant, and I do have more gasket material if I have to, so righty tighty, lefty loosey. I hope you can see that. Fuck! Alright, well, better or worse, the seal's broken now. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shite in the, okay, this was a good call. Yep, that was definitely blocking up the flow. Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. There was some floating stuff in there. Alright, Perfect, no, better, yes. I see some more debris, so I'm just trying to pick it out with my hand. I may need to make a new gasket. We'll see. When I start the engine, I'll see if I get any water coming out. Brass, it's a soft metal, so I don't want to kill it, but I want to do my best to make sure I get my vacuum back. Okay, there's plenty of coolant still in the overflow. If I was really worried, I would crack these again, but I really don't want to. If it starts to heat up, there might be some shit that got past the strainer into those, but I'm really hoping that's not the case. Alright, I think we're good. Obviously I haven't edited anything yet, but I think there was a fair bit of really pretty footage in the last 3 days. Boop. So I think I'm going to use this as sort of like the cap to end this episode. And you can tune in next week for the suspenseful thing to see if I run into more problems. So I'm the Digital Mermaid. If you find this stuff interesting and you wouldn't mind helping me get the channel out to more people, could I ask you to do the usual UbiTube, not YubiKey, YouTube, doobly-doo stuff, you know the drill. I'd very much appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Well, it was bound to happen eventually. GoPro fell in the water. So this morning's footage is gone. It was called a Danger Cam for a reason.